Hello, my name's Bree and welcome to my pregnancy yoga series of classes. Today we're going to be going over these 7 postures, and they're specifically good for opening the hips and the pelvic area. So it also helps with stretching and toning your pelvic floors, and this just helps create more space and ease as you become more pregnant and ultimately prepares you for birth. So we're going to start with our Upavishta Konasana. So you're going to come into your wide-legged forward fold. You can use a bolster here or a cushion, help prop your hips up if you have any lower back pain, or just to help get deeper in the stretch. So coming into your wide-legged forward fold, take a deep inhale and exhale. Folding down, and come onto your forearms. So feeling the release in the lower back. Legs nice and wide. You can keep this nice and active by pressing your heels away and externally rotate through the thighs. So bringing the edges of the feet out so that they're not dropping in, and then you get a deeper stretch through the groin. So I would stay here for minimum 5 breaths. And then inhale, coming up, releasing. Feet back together, exhale. Coming off your bolster, and now we're coming into posture number 2, Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose, the soles of the feet together, and just releasing the knees down, bouncing your knees, just help release through the groin area, get the blood rushing through the pelvic region. And then optional also is just pressing the knees down to create more space and stretch through the hips. Stay for 5 breaths in each posture. Nice. And then inhale, release. Now we're going to come into posture number 3, which is Malasana, our yogi squat. So I'll show you from this view. So you can again use your props, a bolster or a block. You're going to have your feet nice and wide, and you're going to bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer at the heart. As you bring them together, you're going to press your elbows out onto your knees and feel the release and the hips opening. So I'm just going to release the bolster and show you it without. So making sure that you have that nice straight line from the crown of the head all the way down to the tailbone. Press the knees out, so tucking the pelvis under, draw the shoulders back, open through the heart space, lift up. Releasing through your glutes as you press the elbows more into the knees and get deeper into the stretch. And then releasing the hands down, lift the hips up. We're going to come into our Prasarita Padottanasana. So bringing the legs nice and wide. This is our posture number 4. So depending how big your belly is, if you want to turn your toes out, hands on your hips, lift up from the crown of the head, and then exhale, you're going to fold. So you can use a block here. You can also use the wall if you're in your 3rd trimester. I'm just going to release through the back of the legs and your hips. Nice, you're going to inhale, come up, releasing the blocks. We're going to come into posture number 5, the horse pose. So you're going to bring your knees over your toes. The toes are facing out, and keep in mind that you're not sort of toppling over. You're going to drop the hips down, pull the crown of the head up so that you have that nice straight spine from here all the way here. So shift the weight onto the heels. Bring the pelvis down, and here you can press your knees out and maybe sway side to side into your horse pose, nice and strong through the lower body. This is great pose for preparation for your birth. Staying for your 5 breaths. Nice. And release. So coming into our Vrikasana tree pose. Again, you can use the wall if you need to. So you're going to do each side. You can place the foot on the inner thigh or just below the knee. And here you want to keep your hips square. Draw the bent knee back. So you feel that nice opening here with the bent leg. Stay for your 5 breaths. And then release. Coming into the other side. Balance out the body. So again, finding that nice postural alignment, zipping the tailbone under. Using your core muscles, zipping everything up nice and tight, and release through the other side where the leg is bent. Stay for your 5 breaths, gripping the mat with your toes, pressing through all 4 corners of the feet so you're nice and balanced. And release. Last pose of the classical prenatal postures is Ardha Chandrasana. So here we're going to be opening through the hips as we stack them, and it's a little bit of a balance pose too. So again, you can use props, you can use a chair. So this can be practiced in trimester 2 or 3. You don't have to use the chair, it just makes it a lot easier as the belly is growing and bigger and in the way, then your sort of center of gravity is thrown off more. So coming into your Ardha Chandrasana, opening through the hips, engaging that top leg, gripping the mat with your toes, opening through the chest. Nice. And release. I'm going to come onto the other side. This time I'll just use a block. So make sure that the front foot is facing forward. You can bend through the front knee if that's easy. You can stay bent through the knee. And just really start to stack the hips. So the hips aren't closed here, they're nice and stacked and open. And just testing your balance and coordination. So staying with the breath to help keep you nice and centered and balanced. My balance is so off on the other side. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.